Hello students, so this video is going to help you annotate on Newsela, specifically using the success criteria for reading, which mainly helps you develop a purpose for your reading and identify the central idea. So we'll go ahead and get started. Our first step is to read the title of the article and make a prediction. So here's the title of our article. Because it cannot be highlighted on Newsela, we'll highlight the first word of the passage, make it purple for predictions. PNP, purple predictions. So my prediction, and then based on what I'm reading in the title, I think I'll say that, as U.S. entered World War I, American soldiers depended on foreign weapons. So I'm going to predict that American soldiers did not use their own weapons, just because of what I'm reading in the title. And I'm going to click share, but on your side, it'll say save. Make sure you do not skip that step or else your work won't be saved. Always save your work. The next step of the success criteria is to read the title and develop a question. But it also says, if there are headings within the text, I change each heading into a question. Now we're going to do this using the red highlighter on Newsela. So let's read the title again. As U.S. entered World War I, American soldiers depended on foreign weapons. So let's highlight the second word of the passage, since we can't highlight the title, and make our question. Why did the U.S. depend on another country's weapons for the war? And make sure you click save. There are multiple headings in this article, so I went ahead and made the questions. I used the question matrix, so you'll notice how did, what was. A lot of the questions I created begin with how or why, just so they're critical thinking questions. And then after I've made sure I had a question for the title, which is right here, and I have questions for all of the headings, as you can see right here in the margins, I'll go ahead to step 3, in which I'll read the first and last paragraphs of the text and make any annotations for possible answers to the questions I created, and annotations of the 5 W's and 1 H. So I'll go ahead and silently read the first and last paragraph, highlighting the 5 W's and 1 H, and any answers to the question I created. So this is a when, what, when, what. This is an unfamiliar word, so I'll highlight it yellow, and I'll come back to it later with a definition that I would have Googled or found a synonym on cobill.com. These are the countries involved. That's important. So first paragraph is annotated for the 5 W's and 1 H. Now I'll move on to the last paragraph, which I jumped ahead and did already. I thought that this was important because it tells us that the U.S. made a contribution to the war. A lot of troops had to learn how to use foreign weaponry, and 2 things that helped the Allies win. So these 2 facts helped the Allies win, and when? 1918. So now step 3 is complete. I can now go on to step 4, in which I'll read the whole text and highlight any answers to the questions I created. So if I go back to the beginning, I'll begin reading the remainder of the text and highlight anything that I think is important in answering my question here for the first section. Okay. So my annotations are done for the first section. I still have to read the rest of the article, but before I move on, I'm going to make a margin note that answers this question that I created that gave me purpose for reading. And I'm going to answer it by saying that the US was not prepared to enter World War I. So they didn't have new weapons at the time. And that tells us why they had to depend on foreign countries. So click save whenever you make a margin note. So it stays there and it's not deleted. Always click save. So again, you guys would continue on to annotate the rest of the article using green for the 5 W's and the 1 H, and yellow for any unknown words in which you'll find the synonym through a Google search. I hope this helps you. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them on the comment section below on Google Classroom. Good luck, guys.